publication solution. You'll see how MediaWay enables your company to work collaboratively from anywhere in the world. We'll take a brief look at the digital asset management system, the flat planner, our XML editor, and how all this fits with publishing to the web. So with that, let's get started. All you need is an internet connection and a web browser to get access to this system. So let's go to one of my favorites, Media Blaster. This gets me the logon for our Java client. Our username is what tells MediaWay what assets we have access to and what tasks we can perform. We're going to log on as user Joe. This launches what we call the virtual desktop. The virtual desktop is meant to replicate any desktop like a Mac or PC. It has certain icons on it, for example a workspace, a help, a trash, and so on. Let's take a look at the messenger. The messenger allows users to send internal MediaWay messages to other users on the system, much like email. It's also used for automation. For example, on a status change, MediaWay can automatically send an internal message to users, alerting them that, for example, a page is ready for approval. Let's go now to the workspace and talk about the digital asset management. You'll see we have a folder structure for folders and for catalogs. All of the assets in MediaWay are stored in libraries, or what we call catalogs. There is a catalog for other, advertising, images, and so on. Let's take a look at the advertising catalog. If I search, you can see all of the advertisements that are in MediaWay. We can get larger views of these. We can hover over the thumbnails and see some more information about the asset, or get a table view for further details. Here you can see, for example, metadata that might have been embedded. If I click on one of these, you see all the information, plus I can add additional information like remarks or keywords. We have a query window which allows you to search on any of the fields. This form of fields again can be tailored for your environment. Let's take a look now at the images catalog. Same concept, I can search to the images in the database and I get larger and smaller views. Here though, you'll notice that from the table view, I have different columns because we have different needs for images than for advertisements. I can see the file size, the width, the height, and maybe even a category or subcategory because you want to classify your assets in some hierarchy. Again, if I click on one of these images, I can add additional keywords, I can change the category or subcategory, and I can see what publication and edition this image was assigned to when the user brought in the asset. When I query now, I can search for Seaside and easily find that image. These query forms allow users to search on any field and again can be tailored for your location. That's been a brief look at the digital asset management system. Let's move on now and look at the XML editor of MediaWay. I'm going to play the role of user Joe working at home in Microsoft Word on the last article needed for Zen Magazine Edition 3. Instead of going to the workspace and drilling down the folder structure, let's use my shortcut, which will take me exactly to the publication I'm working on. Just like your own Mac or PC, users can create a variety of shortcuts on their own virtual desktop. Here in the folder structure, we have organized the assets from catalogs in a way that makes more sense, and you can see we have a variety of projects that you can use MediaWay for. As I said before, Joe is working on Zen Magazine Edition 3. Because you can assign a status to every asset in the system, You can see some of the progress on articles in this publication, enabling everyone to work collaboratively from anywhere in the world. You can see some articles have been assigned to certain users, and some even have a deadline. Now let's go ahead and bring in our article that we've been working on at home. It's an article about the Jacuzzi brothers that I've written in Microsoft Word. And I'm simply going to drop it on my folder for edition 3. Add this to the system, and it's simply added to the correct catalog in MediaWay. Since we prefer articles to be in XML for industry standard repurposing, this is one of the areas where we add automation to a status change. So let's change the status to converted. And in the background, MediaWay is converting this to XML. The benefit is the source file is kept, but the users can collaborate without the need for specific versions of Office Suite. Now let's open the Jacuzzi article in the editor. It's like any other editor. However, you see, it has a different look, as the tags have already been associated to the headline, subhead, and so on. It comes with standard features like spelling check, word count, and character count. However, as you will see, we can still continue to make changes here to the text. Change tail to story. We can, for the techies, see the XML structure or stay with the standard view. Also for the techies among you, the tags and DTDs associated here again can be tailored for your environment. If we click here, we can see that there are additional tags we can add from our DTD.